Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray and today I'm going to do a game room tour of 2023. Just a quick background, I started gaming when I was 6. My dad bought us an NES with Super Mario Duck Hunt, Legend of Zelda, it was Contra and Mega Man. I remember hating Contra so much because it's so difficult and especially Mega Man. I tried to avoid those type of games at that time. The first game that I defeated was Dr. Mario, if you even call that a game you can defeat, because the levels keep going on and on and on if you ever finish level 20. After that, we didn't really have any other system besides the NES. But my neighbor did had a PlayStation 2, which we will play Tekken I don't remember which Tekken is it, but we will play that over and over again. And I remember playing Budokai, Dragon Ball Budokai. I don't remember which one again, but we would play the two games over and over again on his house. When I was in college, I decided to get a job and it's in a retail store. Behind that retail store is a PlayStation store. At the time, I really wanted a Wii, but it was sold out everywhere. I believe it was sold out for years, if I'm not mistaken. My brother and I will go to retail store every weekend just to find a Wii, but it's always sold out. So when I decided to visit my local PlayStation store, then I bought my first console with my own money. At the time, I only had $400, and I bought the PSP with Loco Roco and Burnout Dominator, and I instantly fell in love with the PSP. Then I started buying more and more games, and I unintentionally started to collect PSP, and my collection grew and grew. And at the time, I didn't even thought about collecting video games until I met my husband in 2004, and he is a gamer and a collector as well. Together, we would go to Goodwill's every morning, and we will buy PlayStation 2 games, really under $5. We would find the Dreamcast and the Saturn literally under $5. And I remember Goodwill will have this sticker: if it's Monday, it will be 50% off on orange tags, and we will literally get them with our spare change. Fast forward to now, we have over 3,000 video games. I still haven't finished my count. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know I've been struggling to plug everything. I'm really trying to get comfortable in front of camera, so if you see me struggling, talking, blubbering about everything, is because I'm nervous, so forgive me for that. And without further delay, let's get started with the game room tour. These are post-it that I used to draw for my husband whenever I get bored of work, and I have other post-it that I started doing on my Instagram. I'll try to post that on the side. These are perler beads that I made, and that's the Majora's Mask. Then we have a drawing I made for One Piece. I really love One Piece, so at some point I got so obsessed with One Piece that I literally just draw them as much as I can or collect them. Here's the pre-order bonus for Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U. We have Amiibos right over here. So the promotional display from Best Buy, and we got it for free. Then we have the collection of handhelds right over here. We have more handhelds, and I'll be showing you in a little bit, but we are running out of space. We have more PS Vita. We have the orange one and the pink one. I plan to get Hatsune Miku edition and the Soul Sacrifice special edition. This is the only 3 Game Boy Color we have in our collection. I wish I collected more, but I guess I'm too late. I plan to get the analog packet so I can preserve these. Then we have the Game Boy collection of handhelds right over here. We have more 3DS all over the place. I'll show you some of them in a minute. These are our most played video games in general. So my husband and I love to play Cave. I love Cave a little too much. We have all the collection of Japanese imports of Cave. I recently completed Hades, and I can't wait for Hades 2. I also completed Madison, and Guilty Gear Strive, in my opinion, is one of the best Guilty Gear, and I really love the metal soundtrack for this game. We have more fighting games here. I love Aqua Kitty and the Blast Boo series. We have more Guilty Gear, more fighting games, and these are the things that we play on a weekly basis. Here are a collection of Sega CD. We don't have the Sega CD. This is one console that I wish we concentrated on back in the day, but now it's a little too late. Some of them are really expensive, especially Kyo, the Flying Squadron, and Popful Mail. I wish I had that back in the day, but I think Kyo was already expensive, even the collecting era. Now we have the Dreamcast collection. We have the Skies of Arcadia, Marvel vs. Capcom. I love Marvel vs. Capcom series. We have Giga Wing series, Capcom vs. SNK 2, Power Stone series, Dead or Alive, Techromancer, Carrier, Sword of the Berserk, Guts Rage. This is a Sega CD we just recently bought. It was $50, and it was a really nice condition. I think we got it in the game store last year. And here are more Dreamcasts. Next we have the Sega Genesis. These are our Sega Genesis collection. Majority of you will see are shmups first. That will be very prominent on this video game tour. You would see a lot of shmups first, and then fighting games next, and then RPG. So these are my favorite. I love Truxton, Gyrus, and Burning Force. They're very difficult game in my opinion. Ghosts and Ghouls are very difficult. Filios and Hellfire, but I still enjoy playing them. Next we have the few of our Sega CD. I know they're kind of not as organized as a lot of people would hope it would be, but this is a replica of Kyo the Flying Squadron. This is another new addition to our collection. And here are more Genesis games. I love Hulkbuster Armor, is one of my favorite. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know how much I love Thanos. Here are more of our Genesis collection. If you are looking for something specific, if you want to see a gameplay, please let me know. I would do a highlight of that game. Forgot to mention that these are DVDs. We don't collect a lot of Blu-ray or DVDs, but these are our majority of favorite movies or series. My husband loves Queen's Blade. You guys know a reason why for that. And I love Claymore. And these are all movies we enjoyed. So I have a table right there. That's where I usually do my filming. And this is the poster. Oh, and I forgot to mention that these are the perler beads that I made for my husband. This is a big perler beads. If you can see how big it is on my scale of my hand. And his favorite, he specifically asked this part. Next we have the PS Vita collection. We have the majority of that is the PS Vita collector's edition. They're still sealed. And more PSV collection. Some of them I try to do doubles so we can flip it in the future. That's what we normally do when we want to put more money on the gaming fund. This is normally the method that we learned over time. We buy them on retail or on clearance so we can maximize our funds. And typically I do a yearly purge of our video games. My biggest backlog are in the PS Vita and the Switch, but I'm slowly working on them. Another game I enjoyed is One Piece Unlimited World and Resident Evil Revelations 2. but I'm slowly knocking them off one by one. I'm concentrating majority of like short games, like Bastion was only a 6-hour game. Shmups are very short, fighting games are very short. Galgun, Unit 13, Call of Duty are practically short games. Next we have, these are our overflows of PS4. I'll show you what our PS4 collection look like, but these are overflows, I call them. So we just kind of have to put it here. This is our most played games as well. We're currently playing Bloodborne together. I love Persona 5 Strikers. Neptunia's Sakura and Kagura Ninja Wars is an amazing game as well. I finished Fatal Frame both on PS4 and the Switch. Onrush is what I'm currently playing as well. And here are our PlayStation 1 collection. Tomba series are really fun, and you would see patterns here. You would see fighting games, and then these are a collection of light gun games. Our collections are double stacked, so there's more in the back, but majority of the time the valuables are on the front, or most played games are in the front. Or PlayStation games, these are most played as well. I love Xenogears. Chrono Cross is amazing. Legend of Dragoon is amazing. Valkyrie Profile, Elemental Gearbolt, these are all my favorites. I really love Elemental Gearbolt. I wish I collected more variants for working design games. Tactics Ogre and Tales of Destiny 1 and 2. Here we have more PlayStation 4 overflows, some shoot 'em ups, and some of the backlogs that we're trying to knock off our list. I'm currently loving Schoolgirl. Zombie Hunter is a spin-off for Onichambara. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. Now we have Shmups for PlayStation 2. Again, they are double stack games. I will do a complete collection of everything in the future. Then we have all our valuable games here. Another game that I really enjoyed is the Radiata Story. I think it's an underrated RPG, and I'm still hoping for a remaster for this game. It's been a long time coming. We have horror games on PlayStation 2. We have the Hunting Ground, Rule of Rose, and Kuon. And we have the Wild Arms. Working Designs are one of my favorite to collect. And the Persona. Then we have more PlayStation 2 games. Again, this is one of the games that I have in my backlog. I have it fairly accessible so I can play it. I did play it on the White Day. I played it on the Switch. I didn't like it as much. It's kind of slow. I didn't really find it exciting until a few minutes in the gameplay. I want to try it on PS5 and see the difference. We are planning to play Elden Ring together. And then here are more PlayStation 2 games that we have. I'm a huge fan of the Fatal Frame series, and I'm really excited for the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. My husband really loves the Final Fantasy series. I still need to get into that. And then we have more PlayStation 2 right here. These are majority our fighting game that we play very frequently. Dead or Alive 2, Guilty Gear X, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I love Tales of Arise. Miles Morales was really good. I'm going through Scarlet Nexus right now. Ghostwire is another game that I wanted to play. And Stray. So they're there, very easily accessible, so I don't forget to play them. Again, there are double stack games. Next we have the PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3 Collector's Edition. Some of them are sealed, some of them are unboxed already. Here are more Collector's Edition on this side. Here are more PlayStation 3. We started putting them on DVD covers just to protect them. Majority of our PlayStation games, especially on PS2, is on a protector. We had some Switch that are overflowing. Again, we have Azeroth Wrath, that's an amazing game. Splatterhouse is an amazing game. Puppeteer is an amazing game. All of this are, I love Dante's Inferno. These are shoot 'em ups imports as well. I will go through the imports. If you guys want me to go through shoot 'em up imports, please let me know in the comment down below so I can go through that. We recently got the Ascent, and the cover reminds me a lot of Nex Machina. It's like Diablo mixed with Cyberpunk. We got it for a couch co-op for me and my husband to play. We did the first 15 minutes of gameplay, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. It kinda seems buggy in my opinion. Another game that is a fun co-op is Fight and Range. And I just recently finished Ender Lilies. I love this game. I really can't wait for part 2, and I hope it's coming out soon. And Freedom Finger is a really funny shmup. Sekiro, I still haven't gotten to that yet because it's very difficult. If my husband struggles, I'll definitely struggle. Tales of Berseria is one of my favorites as well. And Immortal Phoenix Rising is one of the games that I wanted to try. I still need to play that on PS5. It's still on my backlog. Here's more fighting games. I really enjoyed Arcana Hearts and Under Night. I really believe that they're very underrated fighting games. Next we have the Xbox Collection. We have the Gears 3, which is really fun. The Captain Collection are always amazing to have. Here we have more fighting games. We love our fighting games in this household. We have variants from the PS3 to Xbox. This row is pretty much our favorite games for the Xbox 360. Here are old school Xbox. Some of the collector's editions are here. We're trying to utilize as much as we can on our space, but it's just really piling up. There's so much games. I'm trying to consolidate them as much as I can, but sometimes I was like, no, I don't want to sell that. So we have the Burnout as well. More fighting games. My husband's favorite game is the Halo as well. I love Otogi 1 and 2. Outrun is a pretty awesome game. And the Guilty Gear X2. House of the Dead is pretty fun too. These are all Xbox, old school Xbox games. We do have a CD case for them. Oh, and here is my Samurai Showdown Neo Geo collection. I have it here. I know I should put it in a better place, but that's why we have it there. We have our Switch collection. This is just half of our collection. We have more in the storage. These are the Steelbook collection that we have. Also, Shikondo is one of my favorite, next to Razion. Those are my favorite. These are my favorite 3 shmups. Ghostblade, not so much. I have the Yomamari, then the Liar Princess and the Blind Princess Collector's Edition, this Gaia and Monster Boy. Then we have our favorite Sisters Royale shoot 'em up. These are all shoot 'em up collection right over here. We have the Basara collection, Cyvaria Delta, Strumwind, R-Type Dimensions, and G Darius. Then we have the Sikio Alpha and Bravo. Bravo is more what I play the most. And we have the Cotton Fantasy and Cotton Reboot. Then more Switch collection. If you want me to go through a Switch collection, I can do that as well. There's our Nintendo World toys. We unboxed it. You will see a lot of these throughout the game room. Now we have our Saturn collection. These imports are either fighting games or shoot 'em ups. And just to give you a perspective, these are all double or triple stacked. I will go through individually or very specific collection videos in the future. These are all more Saturn games. Love House of the Dead. I love the Batman. Lunacy was really good. Die Hard Arcade. Bubble Bubble. I can go on and on with these, but we don't have that much time. I'll be speaking for hours. Panzer Dragoon Saga is one of the most expensive game I ever bought. I bought this for $500. Yes, it was $500. At the time, it was a lot. And back in the collection time, actually, Panzer Dragoon Saga was very expensive already. I think I've seen it around like $200 on that range. It was very expensive. Now it's outrageous. Then we have the working design games. I love Magic Knight, Ray Earth, Shining Wisdom, and Albert Odyssey. Next we have the PlayStation 4 Steelbook. We love to collect Steelbook for PlayStation. Oh, in general. And again, there are double and triple stack. These are all limited run games. We used to try to collect a lot of limited run games, but now we're just very selective of what we collect. More PlayStation. Majority on the front is the collector's edition. More loose copies in the back. Or collector's edition. Some of them are still sealed. And some of them we already played are completed. Here's our collection of Resident Evil. There is no such thing as too much Resident Evil in your collection. Here's Resident Evil Village Steelbook and more Resident Evil. Here's one of my favorite Steelbook, which is Dragon's Crown. I completed this both on PS Vita and the PS4. I love Vanillaware in general. I've completed all of them. This is my favorite Steelbook. I also love that it's embossed, and I also love the bloodstained Steelbook. Then we have more PlayStation 4 collection, collector's edition. We also like to collect variants. I'm not sure if you noticed, but Ghostblade on PS4, and we have it also on the Switch. Ikaruga is hard. This one comes with a little spaceship. I tried to build it. It's very impossible. You need to have little tiny hands to build a spaceship for this. Next is the Nintendo wall. This is our Nintendo collection. We have the N64 collection right over here. We have a lot of statues. Oh wait, but these are all our N64 games. Then we have the GameCube collection. There's not much GameCube collection, but we got pretty much everything that we need for the GameCube. We're not really actively looking for any more GameCube games unless they're cheap. This always thing that we always collect for is Legend of Zelda. Ikaruga is very fun, very hard shmup. Then we have Go-Go Hopper Grind, Gacha Force, Skies of Arcadia, Paper Mario, Star Fox, Naruto, Tales of Symphonia, all the good stuff. Next we have the Wii games. I really think that this is a very underrated console. There are so many good titles for this console. The Last Story, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Pandora's Tower. Those are very overlooked. Here we store the pre-order bonuses. This is the Xenoblade Chronicle pre-order bonus. Also, we got the Muramasa poster, which is a pre-order bonus as well. Then we have the Nintendo Club Game & Watch. Again, these are all pre-order bonuses. I can go through them individually as well. There's 10 of them here. We never unboxed our Wiimote controllers. We have collected all of them. I wish they have a Shy Guy Wiimote. That would be nice, right? I feel like Shy Guys never get the love it deserves. Last Story is one of my favorite RPG on the Wii. Metro Prime, we have doubles for that as well. We have Sin and Punishment doubles. Pandora's Towers, awesome game too. Very sad game. Again, they're all double stack. Chris Mountain, Steelbook. I like the limited edition for this one. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom is one of my favorite fighting game. I definitely needed more than multiple copies as much as possible. We play a ton of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. I think one of them had needed to be resurfaced for that reason. We play a ton of that. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, we also had that resurfaced twice already. So hopefully it doesn't give up on me anytime soon. Some of a small collection of Xbox One. Here's just pretty fun. I love Killer Instinct series. Bioshock is pretty fun. Unbox this Ori. Will of the Wisps. Okami is an amazing game. Urumasa is an amazing game on Chambara. I like it all more in the Xbox version, in my opinion. It's very annoying, really repetitive in the Wii. Puna is amazing. Baruch, that needs more love as well. Again, they are double stacks, so there are more games behind it. Code Vein, still need to play that. Need for Speed's Rivals is one of my favorite Need for Speed games. Or in the Blind Forest. Awesome game. The NES, GameCube, we try to keep all our boxes. I saw it on Instagram that there are people buying the console protector. It's so expensive. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'd rather buy a game rather than a protector, but one day I will try to buy a protector for my console. These are complete in box. Then we have the NES collection. We don't have that much NES. Then we have the SNES collection. These are the loose copies that I still hope to find it complete. I still need to find house for them. I really want to complete them individually. This one is the Kirby Avalanche. It's like Puyo Puyo Pop. We just recently got this for $70. Here are more SNES. This is one console that I regret not buying back in the day. I wish I got Pocky and Rocky because I really like Pocky and Rocky. Too bad it's so expensive nowadays. This one is the loose copy for Game Boys. We have Kirby Tilt and Tumble. Still hoping to find the box and the manuals for this. One day I will. Just not really concentrating on getting retro games at this moment just because they're increasingly very expensive. We have the Game Boy games. I will do a full collection for this game as well. I have the loose copies right over here and I'm still trying to little by little find them to find boxes and manuals for each of these games. Dragon Ball Advance is one of my favorite. Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Emerald, The Legend of Zelda, Oracle Season and Oracle Ages is really good. Klonoa is really fun. Of course, the Donkey Kong series. Again, they're double stack as well. There's more games in the back. Tales of Fantasia is a pretty fun game as well. Most of these games are in a protector. I think there's only a few games that I don't have a protector for it. I think Shaman King is one of them. I still need to buy a protector for that. Next, we have the Wii U games. Those are Wii controller that we never unbox. I like to keep some of them sealed as much as I can. We're trying to go for a full collection of Wii U, and the only games that we're missing are Just Dance series. More Wii U games. Some of the manuals right here. This is my husband's original Game Boy. It still works. It's just the screen is kind of beat. And here are a PSP collection. We have the Ease, Lunar, and Persona on the PSP. Here's the pre-order bonus for Tactics Ogre. And here's the demo UMD for Logan's Shadow. And the pre-order bonuses for Pink Fuse. Then we have Summon Nights 5. We got this directly from Gaijin Works. This is actually a pretty solid strategy RPG. The framework is very impressive for a PSP game, but with all the cutscene, it actually feels more like a visual novel to me. And here's another amazing game, Hatsune Miku Project Diva 2nd. And this is a very funny rock, paper, scissors game that my husband have. I played it, it's pretty hilarious. Then we have Class of Heroes 2. This is actually sealed as well, and this came with the certification of authenticity, which is a really nice touch in my opinion. Here's another awesome shoot 'em up, Gunhound EX. We have more games in the back. You can see I love Power Stone. Power Stone series on the PSP is actually pretty fun. Next we have Choaniki. This is a really funny shmup. I've never played any shmup like this before. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. Then we have the Preeny series. I love Preeny. I thought it was a really nice spin-off for the Disgaea series. I love the sense of humor of this game. This is actually a very difficult game. If you haven't played it, it's available on the Switch. This is my original protector for my PSP. I personalized it and I draw the classic crow. Here's my favorite shmup on the PSP, Sengoku Ace Episode 3. This is my travel Switch. These are just handhelds that I rotate frequently. We have imports for GameCube right there. I know I need to organize more of the game room, but we try to utilize as much as we can. These are already logged. These are all our Game & Watch. It's funny because all of my family members have bought me Game & Watch, and I was too shy to tell them that I already have it. And at the end, we literally had like 6 of Mario one, but my husband and I bought each our Legend of Zelda. Here's our DS collection. Currently we have 249 DS games and 159 3DS games. I wish they still do this kind of pre-order. This is a watch for Zero Time Dilemma and a pre-order bonus for Zero Escape. They don't do this kind of pre-order bonuses anymore, so I'm kind of sad about that. Here are more collector's edition for 3DS. Some of them are still sealed, and I really enjoyed collecting for handhelds, especially for 3DS and DS, so I can't wait to share them with you. Here we have 2 posters from Club Nintendo. The Legend of Zelda 25th anniversary poster is definitely one of my favorites. Here are some of our consoles. They're all connected and they're currently on a HDMI adapter. We got the Spider-Man edition for the PS4 and a Gears of War edition for Xbox One. For the Genesis, we're using the Analog Mega SG. And for the Super Nintendo, we're using the Super NT. We're currently expanding the game room to the living room, and some of our retro consoles connected with our CRT TV. This game room is compact, it's at least 15 by 13 feet. My husband and I worked so hard for over 15 years to build this game room, so I'm really proud of it. There you have it, that is the game room tour for 2023. I am planning to post more frequently on YouTube, and if you can't catch me on YouTube, I'll definitely posting more YouTube short on a daily basis. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram here, please consider following. If you like gaming content, unboxing, and gameplays, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!